So we're here with KingCast and Mortgage Movies, and we're going to start today's review with a couple of scenes from the courthouse. Now, there's Lamar Gunn, where Lisa Robinson is telling him that they're going to recount as many times as they want, even after it had been certified correct after 2 recounts. And then here are McKenna's attorneys discussing things with the Department of Elections, after which I'm told the Department of Elections took a less vigorous stance, shall I say.
This is John Pardee. I'm sorry I'm not available to take your call. Please leave your name and number at the tone, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Great afternoon, Mr. Pardee. This is Christopher King calling you with Mortgage Movies Journal. I'm a former title insurance producer or escrow attorney, if you will. I have some questions regarding an allegation that was made against you by Lamar Gunn. Seems that he claims that you claimed that he was unlawfully soliciting absentee ballots from a Kent County senior, Miss Romaine Whitcomb. Do you have any substantiation for those allegations? Second, he claims that you misrepresented that he had conducted voter registration drives at Delaware State University. Did you make that representation, and do you have substance to back that up? I need to hear from you as soon as possible. I'm going to press now. My number is 617-543-8085, and my email address is mortgagemovies007@gmail.com. Thank you very much in anticipation of your continued diligence in this regard.
Please leave your message for Betty Lou McKenna.
Good afternoon, Miss McKenna. This is Christopher King with Mortgage Movies Journal. I'm a former title insurance producer or escrow attorney, if you will, and I have some questions regarding allegations that were made regarding your campaign. Specifically, I'm looking at the allegation that Jack Pardee falsely reported that Lamar Gunn was unlawfully soliciting absentee ballots from a Kent County senior. Her name is Miss Romaine Whitcomb. I'm curious about that and whether or not there was any evidence to substantiate the claim that Mr. Gunn did that. Furthermore, I have a question as to whether or not there was any substance or proof to the allegation that Mr. Gunn had conducted voter registration drives himself personally at Delaware State University. So I'm concerned about that as well. So I need to hear from you immediately. I am going to press. I've called Mr. Pardee as well. My number is 617-543-8085. You may also reach me in writing, if you care to do that, at Mortgage Movies Journal. That email address is mortgagemovies007@gmail.com. And I thank you in anticipation of your continued diligence in this regard. I understand Mr. Gunn is filing a complaint today with the Commission. Thank you.
To replay your message,
Lamar Gunn is a financial planner with a proved track record of fighting corruption. Now, I've known him for a few years and personally witnessed and chronicled his successful efforts to decommission notary Nicole Shelton for life in all of this foreclosure fraud business that's been going on. Okay, at this point, I'm going to show you Mr. Gunn's notes that predicate the complaint that he and his attorneys are filing today. Now, at the end of that presentation, you will see the rest of the video that I produced last week when I heard about this complete and utter travesty of justice, in which the representatives of the incumbent Betty Lou McKenna lied about Gunn, claiming he was unlawfully soliciting absentee ballots and that he personally conducted voter registration drives at Delaware State University. Gunn and his representatives vehemently deny this, and no evidence has ever been presented, but these accusations were used to sully Gunn's name before the all-white Board of Canvass. Now, from what I hear, Mr. Gunn won the first 2 recounts, then they made them do a third. That's when the ghost vote suddenly appeared. Then Lisa Robinson read the tally out loud, but undercounted Mr. Gunn's tally. What she said out loud was not what was on the paper, according to several witnesses who told me so. Then there was a judge who intervened and said that it would be sent back to the Department of Elections Then allegedly he got a phone call, then came back and reversed his own order. Now, in addition to all of this, as you review the endorsements of Pennsylvania Recorder Nancy Becker and forensic specialist Marie McDonald, please note that when I mentioned how Lamar Gunn got notary Nicole Shelton's commission stripped last year, he did that without the help of the incumbent, who herself was subject to foreclosure, and that predicated this deed in lieu that she concealed. Now, she's just a bought and sold tool of the establishment. Now, she didn't fight for anything. Lamar Gunn never missed a payment in his foreclosure, and he fought it. I was there with him. I saw it. I wasn't physically there, but I covered it. Now, this is just as dirty as the day is long, and as a former NAACP legal chair, I implore the world's oldest civil rights organization to get their legal chops behind this and take it all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court if necessary. And I hope that he sues Jack Parody as well if his statements I mentioned above were false, because even as a public figure, Mr. Gunn would have a cause for defamation because those comments were clearly made with malintent. And I know more than a little about the First Amendment and defamation. Not only have I won First Amendment trials on my own as an attorney, when I refer a case out for defamation, as I did with Joanna Marinova in another David versus Goliath battle, look what happened there, $500,000 jury verdict last spring. Okay, so they're close to settling that case now, I guess. But, what this says to me is that if you are a black male, no matter how educated you are, Lamar Gunn is a certified financial professional up against a high school graduate. And, the establishment, if you're fighting for what is right, regardless of your color, but especially if you're a black male or a minority, they're going to do everything they can within their power to take that from you. That's all. I was an escrow attorney, so I take a keen interest in this sort of thing. Now, but last week, he stood in a place to make a valuable change in the nation's banking capital. And having been endorsed and supported by Pennsylvania Recorder of Deeds Nancy Becker and by forensic analyst Marie McDonald, he won his Kent County election, only to have it taken away and given to his establishment milquetoast opponent, Betty Lou McKenna. Now, I believe the Board of Elections certified everything in favor of Mr. Gunn, but then the Board of Canvassers, which is composed of a lot of industry cronies and establishment supporters, got involved, and presto, new result. Now, I am told along the way that a Superior Court judge flip-flopped on a pivotal issue in this matter. That Mr. Gunn is filing a challenge to the turnaround next week. Now, the state of Delaware and the cronies are always reading my journal pages. The IP address I saw yesterday corresponds to the recount headquarters, I believe, and is also near the State Banking Commission. Now, stay tuned for further details, as I may be heading out to the East Coast as this story progresses.